welcome back to Legacy. My name is Leonardo Caparelli. I'm the Academy Director here at the Football Domain Academy. So, welcome to a new episode of Legacy, and today we're going to be talking about how to build confidence on the field. Okay, so confidence is something that at our academy we talk a lot about. We talk a lot about confidence to our players. We talk a lot about confidence to our parents. And it's something that if you read our newsletter, if you follow us on social media, and if you come to watch one of our coaching sessions where we're working with our players, confidence is something that always comes up because we are so invested into it, mindset and confidence, because we believe that if we can produce confident athletes and we can develop positive growth mindset, then we can have better footballers in the long term. And one of the reasons is because we don't focus only on the technical ability, which maybe other academies do. We're far more focused on, is the player coachable? And by being coachable means they can then be developed into the athletes that we feel they can become. And if you're coachable, then means you have the potential to grow into a confident footballer. So, confidence on the field. Now, while I'm recording this, a couple of days ago, there was a game between Tottenham and Bayern Munich. The final score was 7-2 to Bayern Munich, I think. It was 7-2, 7-3. Now, while I was watching that game, a couple of things that I noticed about Tottenham were that their confidence at the start of the game, I'd say maybe in the first half, was really high. They were a confident team, they were confident attacking, they were really good in the way they communicated to each other, they used each other in attacking and defending situations. And that's why they were able to match Bayern Munich 1v1 in the first half. Now what happened in the second half was when Bayern Munich got the third goal, and this is something I talk about in our newsletter, in one of our previous newsletters, is that once Bayern Munich scored that third goal, I feel that observing the game, Tottenham's confidence dramatically dropped. It dropped to the point where heads dropped and body language just dropped with it as well. And this is something I'm going to touch on briefly today. And once body language drops, the mindset goes, then the defeat is on its way. And that's what happened. After that, Bayern Munich strolled into scoring the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and then ultimately the 7th. And they killed the game at 7-2, 7-3. I can't remember exactly how it finished. So, how can you avoid becoming a Tottenham player that loses their confidence and loses a game? So, the first point, which I talk to my players about, is you have to have positive self-talk. So, positive self-talk are the things that you say to yourself before, during and after a game. And this doesn't only have to be what's happening on the field, but it's also what's happening off the field. In your training sessions, when you're at home watching a game, are you positively talking to yourself? Are you motivating yourself to get out there, get training, putting in the work? Are you telling yourself, I can become better? So all of this is positive self-talk and will affect your overall morale and your mindset as well. Words are powerful, and the more you talk to yourself and tell yourself positive things, the more your mind begins to believe it, and your confidence will ultimately grow, and you'll be able to put it into practice. Okay, so positive self-talk can be words such as I can, I will. These are a couple of words that can help you. I can make the next pass. I will make the next pass. Now, if you were to change this and put I can't, then that automatically in your mind you think to yourself, you're putting yourself a limit onto it. And that's not what we want. We want positive self-talk that's going to motivate us and get that mindset strong so that we can then go and perform to the best of our ability. The second one is visualize. So visualize, or visualization, as some people say it, is when you think of something that's going to happen in a game, or something that's going to happen outside of the field, off the field, that will be positive. So, for example, if I'm going into a game and I take 10 to 15 minutes before the game to just sit there and visualize what I'm going to do. So if I'm a striker, then I'm going to focus on scoring goals. I'm visualizing myself scoring the goals in the game. So I'm just going to say 10 to 15 minutes just sitting there thinking over in my head what moves am I going to make into the box, my timing of my runs, how am I going to connect with a cross, if it's a low cross, how do I connect using my feet, if it's a high cross, how do I connect using my head, etc. So you're visualizing what you're going to do in the game, and this is quite powerful stuff, because I remember when I was younger I was never taught about visualization, and the moment I was taught about it I started using it, and I still use it today. I use it with my coaching sessions, I use it when I'm presenting to parents, to players. I sort of visualize how it's going to go. I visualize what the kids' reactions are going to be to what I'm teaching, and that's going to be you as the footballer. You're visualizing your success in achieving what you want to achieve. Okay, so this can be done for 10 to 15 minutes before the game begins, before a training session, before an event. Okay, take 10 to 15 minutes out, just as they say, daydream. You're sort of daydreaming, visualizing yourself succeeding on the pitch. Okay? So, number 3 is one that I briefly talked about, and this is body language. Now, body language is huge. And your body language will be as a result of your positive self-talk. Now, if you think to yourself, if there was ever one moment where you thought, you know what, this didn't go well, or you were upset, you were let down, something didn't go right, and you think to yourself, I failed. What happens is your body drops. And when your body drops, that's negative body language. Okay, negative body language is your head's down, you're looking at the floor, your arms are just hanging, and it's negative. It's negative, and if you're observing a game of football and a team have just gone, like for example Tottenham, who conceded the 6th goal, if you were to sit there and observe every player's body language, you could see it that their mindset went, and when their mindset goes, everything else goes. When you're negative, everything else goes. So a way to help improve confidence on the pitch, on the field, positive body language. And positive body language is never have your head down, always up in the air so you can see everything. Something I like to do and something I tell to my players, always encourage. No matter what the result is, always encourage, clap, cheer on the team, encourage. Another thing is always have your shoulders up right, okay, and your chest out, because when you have your chest out, that shows you're confident and that no matter what is happening in the game, you are at a positive mindset, a confident mindset, and you are ready for whatever's going to happen next. So even if you concede a goal, if your team concede a goal, positive body language would be cheering on your team, telling them, come on, we can do it, we can get back into this game. That can also be positive self-talk. And you will see that once you start encouraging your teammates, telling them, come on, we can do it, we can get back into this game. Once you start doing it, your teammate body language will also grow. Because they'll think to themselves, do you know what? Someone's actually pushing us here. Because football is a very emotional game. And if everyone is at the same level and everyone is defeated, then that team is just going to drop. And that's what happened to Tottenham the other night. It just went, just crumbled. But if there's a leader on the pitch, encouraging their team, come on, we can do this, we can get back into the game, we have the ability to do so, then you will see someone believes in them and your confidence will grow. Okay? So these are 3 simple things that you can do as a footballer to help to improve your confidence on the field. Okay? So positive self-talk, visualization, and body language. So if you've enjoyed this podcast, this episode, please subscribe to the channel so that you can receive all the latest shows that we release. We normally release them every Tuesday and Thursday. And if you have any questions for us, please leave them in the comments section, or you can email us at info@thefootballdomainacademy.com with any questions you may have. And once we receive your question, we'll get back to you within 24 hours of receiving the message. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.